Hi, Caps. I love you guys. As you know, welcome to your November reading. This year, what is going on with you guys? There's so much happening. I think, of all the signs, in some ways, you guys have had this really interesting landscape surrounding you, like all the time. There's been this sense of like surprise and instability even, or just, and not even instability really, just surprise is the word I would say for you guys. So going into November is a beautiful month to me. It is associated with healing. Before I get started, I just want to say, like, okay, as you can see, I am decked out today. I've got this crown on. Pink Loon has been doing some amazing things recently. She is on fire, and her shop's going to be on a little vacation at the beginning of November because she has some amazing things coming up in her personal life. But mid-November, that shop is up and going, and she's going to have so much new stuff, and she makes everything by hand. Everything is unique. There's no two items are alike, and we're still getting the 15% off. So please check her out. I'm going to leave all that in the info box, the description box. And yeah, you guys, the other thing I'm going to say. So, I was talking about how your year has been this year of, not instability, surprise. It's constantly getting kind of remolded, and you're being asked to kind of look at what you're doing and how you're doing it and readjust, right? And that's life, but there's something about this year for Capricorns that has been really intense. And partially, I think that is, we are prepping you for, your ruling planet to come home to you guys. It causes a certain dynamic to come into the flow, right? Now, I'm going to do a really intuitive reading this month. I didn't put notes down for anybody. I'm just flowing with it because October was so intense, because there was so much truth coming out, because it was so heavy on so many levels. I just want to come in today and just see what the cards have to say, see what messages are coming through just naturally. But I will say a couple things about astrology this month, just a couple interesting things to keep an eye out for. And this time of year is interesting for you guys. We're in Scorpio for most of the month, which is your 11th house, and then we're in Sag at the end, which is your 12th house. So the 11th house is a friendship, the collective, the people around you, right? Expansion, changing the rules of the game, and your 12th house is the house of secrets, of expansion, spiritual evolution. So really deep energies, right? And then we have a Taurus full moon on the 4th, which is going to be beautiful. And that's in your 5th house of your heart, of romance, of creativity, what you want to create in the world. It's very beautiful. And for Capricorns, it's going to be, I think, a very supportive full moon. I think it's going to be a full moon that's really going to highlight what your heart's desire. That's the thing. I think for some of you, that is some kind of big career move, something that utilizes your skills and your knowledge and your drive and your ability. For some of you, that is a shift in your relationships. And part of the reason I'm saying that too is that full moon is getting preceded very closely by Uranus and Venus opposing each other. Uranus is this destabilizer, and Venus is the goddess of love, right? So, you've got a whole bunch of cards coming out at the end here. So we're going to have a big talk today, Capricorns. And Venus is this goddess of love who wants to, find harmony and vision and what's beautiful in the world. And it's going to be kind of a big energy because of that. So keep that in mind. And then we have the new moon in Scorpio on the 19th, I believe, or 18th. New moon in Scorpio. And new moons, are always about planting seeds. And since Scorpio is your 11th house of, the collective, the people around you, your friendships, your platonic groups, who's supporting you, you're probably going to be finding that there's a bit of self-reflection there as we head out of Scorpio. We have this new moon, and then we're heading into Sagittarius, into your 12th house. It's a lot of reflection is going to be coming up for you as we reach the end of November. Now, that's the basic astrology, and I didn't even get into the fact that Venus is going to be doing some crazy dances with a whole bunch of different planets, and there's just going to be a lot of energy trying to get people to heal and coalesce and come back to their full selves, right? But let's look at these cards because, like I said, I want to do a really intuitive reading with you guys today, and there's a lot happening as usual. You guys are always You guys, the readings for you have never failed to be fascinating and intense, and I think you can agree that that's been a lot of what's going on. Now, let's look at the first couple cards here. So we have the Four of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles right out of the gate. And this makes me think about how you guys, when you've had such a tumultuous year, there's been so many things coming in, surprising you, changing things up. You know, a lot of perceptions that you've had about what you thought you wanted or needed have changed. Everything's been shifting around very immediately for you. When I see these two energies right out of the gate, what I'm noticing is at the beginning of November, even with this full moon illuminating your fifth house of your heart and romance and creativity, there's a sense here that you're wanting to ground down and get back to the basics, right? The Four of Pentacles is often associated with, wanting to hold on to your resources. It can be considered like a miserly card, but for me, when I see this, it's somebody who's really tired. They've expended a lot of energy, they've stressed themselves out, or they've felt stressed or felt challenged by a scenario or situation or something like that, and they're needing to retract in. They're feeling the need to retract in. And this Queen of Pentacles, she's the motherly figure. She's the one who'll make you chicken soup when you have a cold and wrap you up in a blanket and say, you got to take care of yourself. You're your number one investment, Capricorns. And I know you can get behind that because that's a very practical, real thing we can do, right? So what I'm seeing here is it's like you guys have been expending your energy. Just intrinsic in getting this right out of the gate. You have been expending your energy and you haven't been investing in yourself as the number one resource. And you are the number one resource. And that is always going to be the case. And so this is calling you immediately. Take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Hunker down if you need to. Make that doctor's appointment. Drink that extra water. Avoid, overindulging. And just try your best to get centered again, right? Because this month is actually going to be opening you up to a lot. It is going to be opening you up to kind of peeking into the next window of your life, because the next two cards, we have the World and the Ten of Cups. Okay, you guys, I said that Taurus full moon is romantic. I said that Venus is going to be doing a lot this month. And guess what? You guys are no exception. Especially because this full moon is very specifically for you, a very romantic, beautiful placement. But we have the World, right? Closing out a cycle. And I know I've been talking about this a lot with you guys. I've been saying, the Tower keeps coming up for you guys. And these big shifts keep coming up. And I keep talking about how we're closing out a cycle. We're finishing something out. Something is ending. Well, Cappies, a big part of that is this is a big process. This isn't something that just closes out in one fell swoop, right? This has kind of been the year of you assessing what cycles you've been in, long cycles. We're talking 5, 10, 15 years, depending on who you are and what you're going through, even 3 or 4. But this World card is saying, yeah, okay, the thing with November is it's a very supportive month to scoop people up, help them heal their wounds, and gently cradle them into the river so that they can float to their destinies. Moses in the basket kind of, which is a strange thing to say, but that's what came to mind as I'm talking to you guys. There's an ushering in here of very supportive energy. The World is always supportive of you shifting. It will give you the resources you need. The World will give you the mindset and the energy and the clarity of vision to move forward and to let go and to make peace with the past. And in doing that, look what you come into, you guys. 10 of Cups. Whoa. This is so great. And I think Capricorns, you guys really do crave the 10 of Cups energy so deeply. You're hard workers and you're very practical. You're so grounded and wonderful. But I know that you guys value the relationships you have in your life, the partnerships, the people that that stick with you, that play out the long game with you, that get you, that see your vision, that accept you for your nature, right? You need this love and support. And for some of you, this is going to be about making a deeper commitment with somebody, which for some of you, that's going to require you to take a leap of faith. For some of you, this is going to be realizing you don't want that partner that's kind of only half-assing it. You want the partner that wants this vision with you. And just coming to that realization is going to be freeing for you. And for some of you, this is going to be about deepening your connection with somebody, deepening your bond, just enjoying the relationship you already have, enjoying the beautiful pastures you already have. But all of this, the World and the Ten of Cups, really, it goes back to that investment in yourself. Because if you don't do this first, this other stuff is going to have a hard time flowing in. And I know, Cappies, you're good at it, but you sometimes struggle. You sometimes struggle to put it in the terms of just, I need to take this time out for myself. You know, you struggle with actually the doing of it, right? So keep that in mind. You know, you're being asked to put yourself first, and in doing that, the things around you will start to come and support you, right? So let's look at the next few cards, because you guys, this month is so romantic. I have been, you're in the middle of the pack this month as far as filming and as far as the readings are concerned. So I'm getting a sense of the month, and it is just calling us all to open our hearts in partnerships, and not just romantic partnerships, all sorts of partnerships. Let's look at the next 3 cards that came out together. We have the Lovers, the Ace of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. So, this Lovers card, yes, it does tie in with this Ten of Pentacles, right? These came out in sequence. First we had the Ten of Pentacles, now we have the Lovers. The Lovers is about the big love, right? So for some of you, this really is going to be a month where this is the big love, this is the big commitment, this is the big conversation. It's really, really beautiful. But this is also a card about partnerships, the way we relate to others, our teammates, our co-workers, our partners in business, in what we're creating in the world. And there's symbiosis, there's synchronicity, there's give and exchange, right? There's an exchange of energy. So I'm seeing a flow here with this, right? And it isn't just with love, because it's paired with this Pentacles energy, the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, which are, this is great for you guys. This is fantastic for you guys, because this is really, we're talking about investments, we're talking about opportunities, we're talking about life building opportunities that are consistent and strong and there with you through the storm. Ace of Pentacles, brand new investment opportunities, brand new job opportunities, opening doors about how you can materially manifest something that you want, whether that be a house or a move or a new job promotion or a good investment opportunity, or even a practical way to move your relationship forward. Moving in together, shifting your schedules, investing in a better bed. There's so many ways that can play out, right? And this King of Pentacles, here you guys are. I know this is often associated with Taurus, but right now, when I see this King of Pentacles, I'm thinking about you guys, Capricorn, because this is what I'm thinking. By the time we start hitting Scorpio, we start getting into, or Sagittarius, when we start getting into your 12th house, if you've done the investment in yourself and you've taken the time out to meditate, to sleep enough, to eat well, to be quiet in yourself and allow things to come to you, you're going to start getting into the King of Pentacles mode. And the King of Pentacles knows where his investments have gone, how they're working out, and has a really long range vision of how it's going to work. It's very stable, steady energy. And this is a person, and this is an energy of somebody who has all these opportunities coming in and is seeing the long range vision. So for me, this is like, if everything has felt chaotic and nothing has seemed to make sense for this entire year, right? It's been all just kind of a blur, strange, surprising, unstable, unsteady. There's this sense that I'm getting when we start hitting that 12th house, that Sagittarius, we get into that full moon right before we hit Sagittarius, we do all of that, that you're going to see what you're going to be doing. There's this sense of the path is opening up. The fog is lifting. The fog is lifting. The smoke from the fire, from all that tower energy that we've had this year, is finally blowing away with the wind. And what's coming in for you guys? Amazing, strong, long range opportunities. Like amazing, really, truly amazing. And for each of you, that's going to be a little bit different, but this is going to be a really, really relieving month for you guys, because you are going to be getting answers, like universal answers about what you should do next. I know a lot of you have been questioning that. Where do you put your foot next? How do you reshuffle your life? you've felt kind of even maybe stuck in the same loop, or how do you push past where you've been before, right? This is the month where I think the air clears and you're able to see and to breathe. And this is the thing, you guys. It's going to be kind of a mind trip. It's going to be an extremely spiritual experience for you to get the clarity of vision with the pushing forward, because the last two cards we have here are the priestess, the high priestess, and the hermit. Talk about spiritual energy, right? And it makes so much sense because at the end of the month, we are going into your 12th house. And the 12th house is really about getting deep with yourself. It's about getting down to the bones of who you are and what you want to bring to this world, what your mission is, what you're trying to accomplish. And it's often, astrologers like to talk about right before your solar return is a time of quiet, is a time of rest, is a time of collecting your energy. And you are going to start to go into that energy as we get to the end of the month. So as the fog clears, as the air clears up and you're able to see and get these amazing cosmic downloads, you're also going to simultaneously be going into kind of this energy that is about getting those downloads and trusting your intuition. And once again, we're going back to this self-care thing, and I think that's so huge for you guys. So the high priestess, right? She is the watery, all-seeing, all-knowing conduit between the seen and the unseen worlds, right? She sits at the gateway between the two worlds. You're being called to get into this mindset a little bit at the end of the month, right? There's an element of trust, of infinite trust when we get the high priestess. So the opportunities that are coming in, the possibilities that are coming in, the path that you see forward for yourself is going to require trust. The kind of trust that comes in a spiritual package. So be aware of that. And like I said, you might fight it a little bit. And the other side of this is self-care. The hermit is the inner seeking. The hermit is willing to go into the vast landscape of the universe that is within us, within ourselves, and do the work of that. The hermit is also about just self-care, day-to-day routines, sticking on your own team, being your best cheerleader, being your best partner, right? And I know you guys resist both of these. I love you guys so much. You crack me up whenever we work together. You always make me laugh because I will often talk about this stuff and you guys, but I want to see the results. And yeah, and here it is. You're going to be feeling a need for these energies. And it's going to feel very natural though. And what I love about this month is seriously, you guys, you are supported by financial opportunities, by job opportunities, by relationships stepping up to the plate to be there with you. And you're also getting these major spiritual infusions of reflecting on what this last year has meant for you, reflecting on what all those towers that were coming at you meant, how they shaped your life, how they changed your vision of your future, how they changed what you really love and value, and how they refined that vision and made it so much more real, right? That's a lot to take in. And it's so important to take this time because we are prepping you for a big year ahead, a big, very personal year ahead that's going to feel qualitatively and energetically extremely different. So it's important to take the time right now to assess everything, to let everything culminate, and to trust in your heart and to trust in this opening door, because there is opening door. There is an opening door here. I mean, you guys, love, money, success, possibility. And honestly, it's up to you how much you want to let that in. You can push it away and not trust it and say, no, I'm not allowed to have that. Or you can relax a little bit and let it in. It's up to you. You can stall it if you want. But I would suggest taking some deep breaths, doing that meditation, trusting that all that refining that you've done in the instability of this year has been leading you right to where you need to be. And it has been uncomfortable and it has been weird and it has been crazy, but it's taking you somewhere amazing, you guys. I love it. I hope you have a beautiful November. I'm going to leave my website, my email, and my Instagram in the description box, so please get in touch with me. I do personal readings on Skype or on the phone, or I can do pre-recorded readings as well, so I'd love to work with you. I love working with Capricorns. We have an amazing time together. I'm also going to leave Pink LUNE's info with that 15% off discount code in there. And I am going to be working on new video content as the new year comes up, so I will keep you posted as I get that stuff produced and put out for you. And I am so excited for this month. I think you guys are really going to love it. I'm sending you all the best. Love you. Mwah.